Hi, so today we're going to be talking about UI updates, specifically tooltips and for the update for the cargo and the shop, as well as some other things. So let's get right into it. Let's see here. So based on the feedback, I took the background and then placed it here. So all of them have like backgrounds. Oh, and I also grouped them based on the scenes based on how their categories. So you have main, then you have systems, whether it's like cargo, shops, node maps, as well as reward screens. So it's easier for me to change things up. Okay. Apart from that, here we have the tooltips. So for the tooltips, I took a look at what we had already, and then I realized there's like categories for each of them. So you have character UI, you have perk UI, you have system UI, weapon UI, system UI, weapon UI. And then you have your standard UI with the title and the description. Now, the thing is with our perk UI, it doesn't really follow what we talked about before, how it should be like TFT. So I went ahead and added a template for that here. So as you can see, this is how it would look like for the character. Everything's pretty similar to what we had beforehand, except some of them are a bit smaller. And then here is for the weapon, same thing. Then you have your character at the bottom, see who's assigned to it. Engine, or rather the system UI. And then here's something that's different, the perk, which follows the TFT style, where you have your icon, the name, description, and then what kind of bonuses or benefits you get for having more people with the same perk. And then here's your normal tooltip. So yeah, you see these things when you hover over them. And I'm not really planning to do all of the UI for all the possible systems on all the characters, because that can easily be done in Unreal Engine. I am just providing the template here, since they will just be the same for the most part. Next up, I reworked the cargo in the shop. So let me just remove this image. We don't need this anymore. So I still included the character, but of course this is going to be drawn now instead of this 3D character. I just wanted a spot for them in case we are going to put them here in the UI. And the cargo looks like this, where you have essentially I took inspiration from Void War. Let me show you. Here in Void War, they have a separate section for the weapon control center. We don't really have armor loadouts or modules. A separate area for cargo, and then a separate area for the crew members. So I kind of copied that format. I took a look at FTL as well, but yeah, I think Void War is the best since it has crew member items. So I kind of put my own spin to it. So you have your weapon control center here. It won't be visible at the bottom anymore. It would be here. You have your cargo, which houses, since we don't have modules, I just increased the slots for systems. So you have 8 here. And then I added in some slots for the items. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Also 8 items you can hold for your cargo. As for the crew member side, here on the right, you have your crew member and then their items. I'm not sure if we're gonna make them hold 3 items like in Void War over here, but for now I'll leave them as 3 slots here. Of course, they're not all Julius, but yeah, they're placeholders. You could have more than 3 crew members or in the future, and they would be here. So this is the cargo. For the shop, I copied the same system, similar to Void War. Hold on. Sorry, let me remove this. We don't need this anymore. There. But this time the characters on the right. I'm not sure where they should be, right or left, but they have space here. In the shop, you do have your cargo and weapon control centers, same as before. However, they will have their price, because when you click them in the shop, you're selling them, whether that's item or system. So when you have here, there'll be a price at the bottom. So it's slightly bigger than the cargo. In your shop, I took inspiration from Void War again. I looked at FTL and Void War. As you can see, there's an area for items, area for weapons, and then you have your buttons for fixing. Same here with Void War. You have categories for whether it's crew, system, equipment. Then you have buttons for resource and repairing. So as you can see, there's 3 of each category, and I kind of copied that. See here you have, sorry, there shouldn't be a number there, but your category, your 3 choices for system, 3 choices for items, and then here's your resources. You can buy for now you can buy as much, but I think we can put like another number indicating how much they have on stock for the resources, like in FTL over here. But in Void War, I believe you can buy as much. No, you also have a set limit, so I'm gonna be adding that as well next time, the limit. Whoops. But yeah, that's the categories, as well as being able to fix one of your hull and all of your hull. And I kind of forgot to add. We'll do that here for hull there, and then this one here. Sorry, just give me a second. Boom. Okay, and then that would be your shop. You're able to exit. Both of them have exit buttons. Then your character. This is like a draft for now, a template. It's not final, but the layout is in here, you know, in case you want to change anything. We have something to look at. Yeah, more examples, which I'm going to be deleting. And right now, this is what I worked on. Fortunately, I wasn't able to. I only focused on the UI this time. I wasn't able to do much of anything else, because you have to plan these layouts and think about how it applies to our game. But here's some other notes we had for our meeting. They're all in here in the mirror board, and the rest of them are for my next steps are over there. And speaking of next steps, I'm gonna be continuing with the UI. I believe I'm missing some of the smaller details. Let's see, the tooltip is done. I'm not sure what to tell you right now, but there are small details that I missed, and with that I'm gonna be continuing with that, including I'm gonna be looking for some artists that can help us. Oh, the dialogue, that's the one I'm missing. Apart from that, like more polishing for the UI, I think there might be some Where is the video? Hold on. Okay, here is some of the notes you had for the the YouTube video. Oh, the visualization for the sentinels. I was able to do that. As you can see, the node map, which is over here. I included a little zone here, a green zone, and these are the enemies. Nodes turn into controlled areas. Let's see. Oh, you asked how I created the background of this one. I took a picture from this one, from one of Fallout 3's maps. When I searched, I gave it the Midjourney, and then apart from that, I also asked for a prompt that I can use to make something like this. So you have the prompt and then this reference image for this style, and then it generated more of those similar to that. Let's see what else. We're gonna keep that screen, placeholder, and then names. But yeah, that should be it for the YouTube video. And yeah, I'm gonna be contacting FTL and VoidWar. But yes, that should be it for my next steps, and that should be it. I'll see you next time. Bye.